Yo, 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 yo. What's up, what's up, what's up? Forgive me for how I'm looking. I was, thinking like, hey, should like make sure I look nice and shit, like, yeah, but then, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a human being. One day I might look, and some days I might look, but then, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? We move. So, anyway, topic for today: unnecessary wokeness. Okay. So, like, there's this thing, yeah, that happens, especially nowadays, whereby people try to be politically correct. So, there's certain things that you can't say, there's certain things that you can't do. And understandable, you know what I'm saying? Like, the world is changing, forever changing, so, we gotta follow suit. But then I have a problem with, people thinking that they have to do something or they have to abide by something just to, you know, please the majority. Like, that's whack though. Like, is this what we're gonna like? Is this what we're trying to teach our children? Like, yo, fam, you're gonna live in a world whereby what you genuinely feel or whatever is not what's up. Like, you can't express yourself the way you want to. You gotta please the majority so that you should be accepted. That's whack. In case some of you don't know what I mean, let me give you an example. Okay, this is like a true life story. Anyway, so I'm watching this Young Justice show, that series. I've been like, procrastinating to finish this for a long time. But anyway, I finally, watching it and everything. And, final season. I'm in season 3. I think it's the final season. I hope so. Okay, I don't hope so, but then I hope so because I think I'm done. Anyway, so then there's a character in there, and like all of a sudden, like I see him, like like getting real close and personal with some guy, and I'm like, what's going on? And they say no, they make out, and I'm like, from where? Like, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with him being homosexual, but then okay, if season 1 and 2, like this man's like this is like for real, season 1 and 2, okay, season 1 basically talked about how he left the love of his life, which was a female, and then how his best friend, if you will, is now with the girl. Then season 2, the girl died. Yeah. So now you're telling me season 3, now he's homosexual? Like, where's the plot? Like, how does man just one day just say, hey, I'm homosexual? Like, okay, I don't know, maybe that can happen, but I'm just saying, like, shouldn't you give us like something, like say, okay, oh, he saw this guy, or they started chilling, or this started happening, like, feelings are developing. You're not just telling me that one day you're allergic to peanuts and then the next day you can eat peanuts now. Like you get me? That's weird. Like, okay, you be finding people be out here doing this unnecessary wokeness. You find like okay, people will feel obliged to put black actors or multi-racial people, you know what I'm saying, in a movie or something just because they're trying to please everyone. Okay, like, okay, this is what people will be doing, okay. So it'll be a movie about King Henry and them owns, and like at that time I'm pretty sure everybody was white. I don't know, based on history, I'm just assuming. And then these guys will go and like now start putting one of the generals, black guy, King Henry's brother, black. What? I'm like, but why? Like, and then they'll make one of them gay. Like, then they'll make somebody, they'll make one of the characters be Asian. Like, fam, like, I don't know about y'all, but then this is the same thing as like, us having a movie about Chaka Zulu and then they cast Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, why? You don't want that. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Leonardo is a beast actor. Just putting that out there. But it would be weird. Like, I'd still watch it probably. But then it would be weird, like, if you're like, what the fuck? Like, this is false representation. And that's what we're talking about. Unnecessary wokeness. Just because you're out here trying to push certain agendas, you're not out here just, destroying your work. Like, this only doesn't happen with the homosexuality thing or the racial thing. It even becomes like movements such as like the feminism thing. And don't get me wrong, feminism is all is proper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe everybody, we need equity and everything and all that. Like, there's no way that I should be out here like I'm cleaning a toilet, and then like a woman's cleaning a toilet too, and then I'm getting paid more than her. Why? And we all fucking scraping poop and shit. Like, that doesn't make sense. So anyway, just had to clear that. But like, so like, what's his name? That movie, Charlie's Angels came out. So I was watching some YouTube video about it. Some YouTubers are out of pocket though. They out here probably be hating women. But anyway, like, so I'm watching the video and he's like pointing out like people push this agenda of, oh, women this, da da da. Like, the director of the movie was like, we're gonna show these men that we don't need them. You know what I'm saying? That we don't need them. So they made the movie, oh, women rights and all this and all that. And like, the thing is, no problem, But if you force it, it doesn't feel natural, then it now becomes a problem. It goes to box office, whack. And then now the same director now goes, you know, men are not gonna support us because the movie is now pushing women issues. Like, yo, fam, but you were just saying you didn't need us. Like, are you telling me if I'm out here making, okay, let's say, okay, I do make music, but okay, in my music, I'm out here saying, fuck all you people, don't support me, you know what I'm saying? I don't need your help. And then when I drop an album or something, people don't listen to me. I go, that's the problem. People just hate Malawian artists, Like, they don't want to support their own. Like, does that make sense? Like, people are weird. Yeah, people are weird. But like, I just realized how cringe I look. Anyway, so let's see. Feminism, race, and then the homosexuality, LGBTQ thing. Now, last but not least, trend following. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you see your favorite artist rocking a shoe and you go get that shoe. Nah, that's not a problem. But okay. Unnecessary wokeness. Recently, okay, the Black Lives Matter movement, right? It's time to get all serious. What's that? Sorry about that. Anyway, it's time to get serious. So, George Floyd and all that. Rest in peace to his soul. Condolences to his family. And like, that whole situation happened. Not the first time something like that has happened. But then you saw how everybody, came. Everybody, black squares on their IGs and stuff. And, like, I'm there, like, I didn't, I don't follow the thing, so I didn't know. And then, like, time went by, and I'm checking it out, and I'm like, this is what's going on. And I'm seeing people from my country and stuff like that posting about it. Blackout Tuesday, da-da-da, this. And I'm like, damn, like, shit, people are about this, And then, like, it gets out of the limelight, and now people are deleting the post. I'm like, really? Like, just because it's hyped up, that's you decide to ride the wave and jump on the wave. Like, that's just wrong, bro. People actually, going into the streets protesting, people actually mess with this stuff, and you're just out here doing it for clout. Like, how is that proper? Like, you yourself, is that okay in your head? Like why though? And I was talking to my girl about this, and she's like, oh, you never know, maybe they actually do follow and everything. And I'm like, all right, cool, benefit of the doubt, you know what I'm saying? And then you see what's happening in Zimbabwe, and like, maybe I'm wrong, but like, the amount of African people who are pushing the Black Lives thing, for the Americans, the same Americans who deny us, you know what I'm saying, who deny us. But anyway, that's a story for another day. And then you compare it to, okay, like, the amount of people that were pushing the Black Lives Matter movement, which is an important movement, don't get me wrong, but by pushing it, I mean riding the trend just to, for clout. And then you compare it to the amount of people who pushed what's happening in Zimbabwe, for example. Like, yo, I bet there's some people that don't even know. Like, I'm not coming in with some holier than thou thingy type of mentality or anything. Like I said, I'm not really, deep into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody asked me, Do I think it's wrong and everything? Yeah, of course. Like, I believe, like I said, all people should be treated the same. But like, I'm not gonna go out here and lie and say Black Lives Matter, and be pushing an agenda that I'm not 100%, behind. I hope you know what I mean. Like, by behind it, I mean, hey, you have to, explain these things. They'll end up flagging you or something. Anyway, like behind as in like, I'm not really like following. Like, let's say if I'm just chilling on my, on my own, I'm not gonna be searching Black Lives Matter or to see how the situation is. Nah, like if it comes to my thing, I'll push it. But then like, you see these people, if we just come on the timeline and they're like, oh yeah, now they're full activists. You know what I'm saying? Delete all their posts. Put it black everything. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to like push it, and then once the thing dies, then they just disappear. Like, what's up? Like, that's not fair. You know what I mean? Like, it's not right. You can't just be writing agendas like that. Either you're about it or you're not. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with supporting it, but then don't pretend or act like as if you've been supporting it, or you are like a like I said, unnecessary wokeness. Like as if people are gonna look at you wrong for not posting a black square. Like, just because you didn't post a black square doesn't mean that you don't support the Black Lives Matter movement. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. But anyway, unnecessary wokeness. Like, niggas, do better. Anyway, this video might get dislikes. I don't know, but it is what it is. We talk about what we want to talk about in these ends. So yeah, Patrick out.